Hello everybody and welcome back to another episode of Decorative Survival. So, in the last episode I did some work, I built this inn, which only this section is actually finished. This section and of course the upstairs of it. So I built this last episode, and in between episodes I did some more clearing of this forest so that this tower can see people even further away. And to start off this episode, quite a bit of this inn is still very empty. So what I would like to do is get started on the part of it here, which I'm planning on being a stables. So I'm going to get started on that, and then I will be right back. Alright, so interiors are quite annoying to record because I can do some work just around the corner there, like I'm building 2 pens at once because it's just easier to craft all of the materials, and then I don't actually get to see one of them, I have to only look at one. And also I decided to build this top section as a little bit of place to store hay, while the lower section is just 2 pens of horses. Alright, so I am back and I have now created this little stable. So it's got a pen there, a small amount of wheat storage there, another pen here. These are exactly the same layout, except this one's flipped, I think. Yeah. And this one you can see there's a little spot for the horse, there's some food for it, and there's a bit up to the ceiling. That's just so that the horse can't get over the fence easily. Here there is lots of hay, extra hay, and then this is the one on the access up to the attic, which just has a lot of barrels in it for whatever storage this place needs, I guess. Well, some storage at least, probably bulk storage. So that's that. Now what I probably want to do next is build this. So I'm planning on this being rooms here, and this is the final little interior. And also it seems somehow this villager has gotten stuck in here, so I'll need to make a way out for him, which will be via the stairs. So I'm going to get started on that, and then I will be right back. Alright, so this is just some more general rooms. I think these are larger than the rooms on the other side, and there's also rooms downstairs which didn't occur in the other bit of the inn. I think I went away here to get lanterns because I ran out, and I think that's the end of this time lapse. Alright, so I am back, and I have now added these little rooms. Quite a few of these actually have chests. So this is probably a group room. So that's the only one with lots of beds in it. Then there's this room, which is also rather large. It has 3 beds in it, and this one just has 2 beds in it. So I guess most of this is a little more bulk stay compared to up here, which just has typically single or very small stay rooms. So yeah, that's quite a reasonable number of rooms, and I think I would mostly call this done. I still need to decide what happens in the gatehouse and how I want to decorate that, but that I think could be left as it is for now. Alright, so probably what I want to do next is I would like to build another house, probably just over here. So yeah, I guess I'm gonna start that now, and then I will be right back. Alright, so this house is actually two houses. There's the house, there's a 3-section house and a 1-section house. I don't think I've actually built any other 1-section houses because they're way too small, and so on the second floor it actually turns into a 2-section house, and that just means that it has enough room to feel reasonable. The lower section, it's only accessed by an attic and ladder, and which I would normally do for the attic, but for the lower section it does that as well because there isn't any room for a normal staircase. And you can see I built it right here. You can see there's a step up and then there's a flat section, unlike quite a few of the houses which just have a stairs and then the door. And on the attic, which is also split, each have 2 sections as well, like the upper floor. And I also decided to build a little smoker, which I haven't put on most of these houses, but probably would be useful. Anyway, that's the end of this time lapse. Alright, so I'm back, and as you can see, this is the house. I also, at a point during the time lapse, swapped out the pumpkin farm for another carrot farm, because that pumpkin farm wasn't actually growing anything due to the farmer having trampled all of the actual crops. So I might, if I do decide to have a pumpkin farm, which would be nice, I'll have to figure out some way of preventing the farmer from trampling the crops. Also, this has a little chimney here, which is slightly odd, but kind of the smoke should rise up and kind of get pushed over. So, interestingly enough, as I probably mentioned during the time lapse, this is actually split into 2 houses. So there's this house, which has a nice little seat, and you could sit in it. That's something neat about having a trapdoor, is you can sit in the seat, even though you technically can't as well. And over here, similar seat. Then there's the smoker, which leads to that chimney. Then you can see the top of the chimney throughout that window. Maybe you might want to consider removing that window because probably wouldn't be the greatest window. You can look across the lake out of that window and across to this side on that side. Then there's a bed here, similar to the other side, and you can go up into an attic. And that is this entire thing. During the time lapse I decided to also move the road over by a block, because otherwise I couldn't quite fit in the houses without overlapping the roofs, and they're already touching, so I couldn't really make them any closer. Right, so that's probably going to wrap up this episode. So yeah, thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe. And yeah, goodbye.